Hello friends, once again you're with a lonesome gamer, and as you can see, today it's Talisman. And it's the second edition of the 80s. And well, it's hard to announce this game. For me, this is just fantastic. I know there are many people out there who say there's too much luck involved, or it's just stupid game mechanics or whatever. For me, this game is a legend. It's a milestone in board gaming. That's what I think. It's like an old friend, and I would never betray it. So I grew up with this, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. You can see here two boxes. Talisman, the base game here. I just love this artwork, by the way. And then here, the Timescape expansion. I know many people don't like that expansion either, because they say it doesn't fit together with the fantasy genre. But I think it's a great idea to fight with a chainsaw warrior against a dragon, or so. I simply love this. Anyway, I'm gonna play with the expansion, simply called the expansion, and I'm gonna play with the adventure expansion, with the dungeon, and with the Timescape. I've lost the other boxes. I just have these two boxes left. Well, I'm gonna set up the game now. So, the game is set, and as you can see, I use 3 characters. In my videos before, I always showed how the games work solo, and these were all real solo games. So like Chainsaw Warrior, Dungeon Quest, Conquest of Planet Earth. You played one character or team of characters, and you played against the game mechanism. So these were all cooperative games. And Talisman isn't a cooperative game. But there is absolutely no need to try to change it into a cooperative game, or maybe with a time limit or something like that, so that you can play it with one character. This is all not necessary. This game works perfectly if you play it with 3 characters. You can play for every character. There is no secret information except for the spells, but that's not a problem at all. So for me, it's just great to play every character. Yeah, and my starting characters, the Troll. He's a brutal force, 6 strength, 1 craft, and you need not roll the die in the cracks. You are always safe. So nearly no special abilities, but remarkably strong. The second character is the Inquisitor. He's got a strength of 2, craft of 4. You choose your alignment at the start of the game after all other players have chosen their characters. You must keep this alignment unless you are converted. Whenever you hand on another character whose alignment is different from yours, you may, instead of attacking him, imprison him for heresy. When you do this in the outer region, the character is imprisoned in the city. In the middle region, the character is imprisoned in the castle. Imprisoned character must miss their next turn. You may only use this ability in the outer and middle regions. So that could be pretty strong, but the problem is the alignment of the others is neutral. So, well, actually I think this shouldn't be a problem at all, because, well, we'll find a way. When you attack another character, you may choose psychic combat if you wish. This is always very good. You may not do this when you are attacked by another character. You begin the game with one spell. So actually, this guy seems to be really strong. And now I'm wondering if I take good or bad alignment. So okay, I think because the chapel gives you a very good advantage if you are good, you can always heal there for free. I think I'm gonna take a good alignment then. So I take this card, and I am now good. Okay. And then it's the Amazon. She's my third character. She's got a strength of 4, craft of 2. Each turn for your movement, you may choose to roll 2 dice to determine how many space you can move. If you lose or draw in combat, not psychic, you may ignore the result and immediately fight that combat again. Any spells or magic items used by or cast on either party remain in force for this second attempt. You must accept the outcome of this second combat. So, just in case there is anyone who doesn't know this game, well, obviously, you are a hero. You see the cards here, the Troll, the Inquisitor, and I don't want you even dare to suggest to use miniatures in this game. And you have a starting location in this outer region. As you can see, there are 3 regions. 1, 2, 3. And the goal of the game is pretty simple. You try to go to the middle of the board, and there is going to be the end game. And we have some cards here, and one of these cards will be drawn, and then we'll see what happens in the finale. To get to the middle region, you have to fight this guy here, and he's pretty strong. He's got a strength of 9. Or you can also try to build a raft and go over this storm river here to the middle region. You need an axe to build that raft, and then you can go into the woods and just be delayed there for 1 turn. In the middle region, it's a little more dangerous. There are some spaces which are not so easy. It's, for example, here the desert, where you lose a life, or the Black Knight, where you might also use life or gold. So you should not go there without being prepared to face some dangers. And then you may try to enter the inner region through this gate. It's the portal of power. And you have to roll 2 dice. And if the total is equal or lower than your chosen ability, you can choose between craft or strength. then you can enter here. So you should have a craft or strength of, I don't know, maybe 7 or higher. Otherwise, this attempt makes not much sense. And then it gets even harder, because here you just go one step every time, and you can choose if you go the way of craft, you have to go this way. The way of strength is the other way. And here are the mines or the crypt. And you have to roll 3 dice there. And only if the total of the 3 dice is equal to the ability you've chosen, then you are allowed to continue in this way. So you see that it's a good idea to have a pretty high value in the ability you've chosen. And finally, if you make it to the Valley of Fire, you need to have a Talisman. That's a special item that you can see here. And you might get this item, if you're lucky, somehow due to some adventure cards. If you don't make it in this way, you can go here to the Warlock's Cave, and he will give you a quest. And if you fulfill that quest, you will gain a Talisman to go to the Valley of Fire, and from there you can go to the middle. So, well, that's a short summary of the rules, or actually of the goal of the game, and let's start. The Inquisitor starts the game with a spell, so we draw from the spell pile, and that says Misdirection. This spell may be cast as required. You may only cast it on another player. When they next have a turn, they roll for movement as normal, but you move their character. Okay. So, that's the troll. And it's pretty simple, actually. You just roll a die. And you can decide now if you want to move the number in this direction, or in the other direction. So in this case, I could go to the fields, where I have to draw a card, or to the hills. So I simply go here, draw an adventure card, and that says Harpy. Well, she has a craft of 4. This is bad, because I'm not strong. Fight a psychic combat against the Harpy. If you lose, the Harpy snatches you up and flies to the cracks where you are dropped. Roll 1 die on the crack encounter table. Your followers and any objects carry over. The Harpy is placed on the discard pile. Okay, so I have to fight the Harpy, but because I'm a troll, I don't have to roll in the cracks anyway. So, well, let's do the fighting. The Harpy has a craft of 4, so now I roll a die, and that's a 5. Well, 4 and a 1, so that's a 5 altogether. So actually I have a chance to beat her. If I roll a 4, it's a draw. And I rolled a 6. So, well, that's a start. I killed the Harpy. And she now goes on the discard pile. Okay. And then it's the Inquisitor. And he rolled a 1. So, I don't know. I think I simply go here and draw another adventure. Okay, and that is a Cyclops. The Cyclops comes plodding along. Roll 1 die to see what he does. So that is a 3. Takes 1 magic object at random. Okay, well, I don't have any objects, so nothing happens. So, basically, this is Talisman. If you don't like it, you simply can now turn this off, because it's gonna be like this for the next, I don't know, 2 hours or so. But well, I love it, and that's why I'm going on. So the Amazon has a 2, and well, she now can decide to go to the graveyard. She's neutral, so there is no effect at all on the forest. I think she goes in the graveyard actually, with no effect. And it's a 3 for the troll. And well, he could go to the cracks, but he also could attack the Amazon. Well, it's an idea. He could steal the gold, maybe. He's got a strength of 6. She only has a strength of 4. But she's got that special ability that she can do the fighting again. Anyway, she does that. The troll does that. He simply moves here and he attacks the Amazon. So that's not too good. That's just an 8. And the Amazon, well, she's got a 6. So she wants to try that again. And this time, well, the troll has an 11. And that will be enough. So the Amazon loses the fight. And the troll can now decide if she should lose a life. Or he can also take gold or objects. So he takes the gold. Okay. And then it's the Inquisitor again. That's a 1 once again. So he goes to the hills and draws another card. And that's a bag of gold. So he's allowed to grab a bag of gold. Here we are. And the Amazon has a 1. So she simply goes here. And another card. That's a healer. Okay. A healer has made his home here for the rest of the game. He will heal up to 2 lives per visit for any player landing here free of charge. Well, that's good. So he's placed here at the board. And now if you go there, you don't draw a card. You just go to the healer. So it's the troll, and that's a 2. He might go to the village, and well, he actually could buy a sword. Why not? He does that. He goes to the village. He pays 2 gold, and he then buys a sword. Okay. And this one, add 1 strength for the duration of any combat in which you use it. Good. And the Inquisitor has a 6. So that is actually the cracks, which is not good, or the ruins. So he's going to the ruins. And that says draw 2 cards. Okay. Whoops. This is a magic object, a cross. While you have the cross, if you are evil, you do not lose a life in the chapel. If you are good, you do not lose a life in the graveyard. You automatically defeat demons, wraiths, ghosts, and specters without resorting to combat. Okay, I'm good, so I can use this. And the next card is Pestilence. Well, a pestilence has befouled this region, either outer or middle. All players in it must lose 1 life. The pestilence then vanishes. Place the card on the discard pile. Okay. So we all lose 1 life. And the Amazon. A 4. So that would be the hills. All the plains, and well, I think she goes to the hills. Another adventure card. Whoa, this is great. A magical object. Solomon's Crown. While you have Solomon's Crown, add 2 to your craft. This is a lot. Okay, she's got a craft of 4 now. Very good. And the troll, the 2. So, well, you could go to the forest or to the graveyard. I guess he goes to the graveyard. He's neutral, so nothing happens there. The Inquisitor, he rolled a 2. And he goes to the tavern, where he has to roll, and that's a 4. And that says, hope you can see it a little bit, you gamble and win 1 gold. Okay. So he already has 3 gold, pretty rich. He might consider buying an axe, for example. And the Amazon, a 5. Well, she goes to the woods, I guess, here, and she draws a card. And that's a bag of gold. That is good because she doesn't have any. So she might use that. That could allow her to heal, for example. That might be a good idea. Okay, and it's the troll again. And he's got a 1. So, because of the pestilence, we all lost a life point. So now he's going to the healer and should get his life point back there for free. And it's the Inquisitor now. He's got a 2. And he can again go to the ruins and draw 2 cards. And that's a boar. Okay, he's got a strength of 1. And the second card It's a giant, okay, with a strength of 6. A brutal giant has set up residence in this area. He will remain here until he is killed. And there is a wild boar roaming this area. Yeah. So, I guess, I'm not absolutely sure. Actually, I don't really remember. Do I have to fight them one after another, or is the strength added together? I have to check this. Okay, this is actually what happens. Their strength is added together, so they have a strength of 7, while I have a strength of 2. This is obviously not good. Well, okay. I just ask myself, do I have a chance to do it? Yeah, if I roll a 6 and they roll a 1, it's a draw. So, they attack, and well, they roll a 1. So, let's hope for the best. Oh no, another 1. So, I lose a life point once again. And now I'm down to 2 life points. Okay, so by the way, if one character is killed, I won't draw a new one. He's simply out of the game, and the last character standing wins the game. So now these 2 enemies are placed on the board, and they will stay here until killed. So, okay, these were the first few turns, and I think I'm gonna load this up now. If you're still interested, what happens next, I hope to see you in the next video. So wait, I made an error here. I have to play the Amazon to complete the turn, and I roll for her. She's got a 5 actually, so this is either the hills. Well, I guess she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe, I'm not sure. Well, she could also go to the healer, so I think she goes to the hills after all. And she draws a card. Oh, this is awesome. Holy Grail. So, no evil player may take the Holy Grail. While it is in your possession, you gain 1 craft. You do not lose a life when in the desert. Okay. Well, actually, I'm now better than craft than on strength. This is interesting. Okay. So, as I said, hope to see you in the next video.